What's going on, everybody? Today, we got a 2-for-1 special. Wild Karen meltdown and a stolen car chase. First up, this officer thinks he's pulling someone over for maybe a busted tail light or expired tags, right? Little does he know, the driver's out here auditioning for Grand Theft Auto, real life audition. Routine traffic stop? Not today. Officer, this vehicle's already been starred in Hot Wheels on Wild series. Just when you think it couldn't get any better, enter Karen. She's here to redefine meltdown. I'm talking full performance, the wailing, the excuses, probably even the "do you know who I am" card. Let's check this one out. Okay, here we go. The officer thought he was walking into a quick chat, and Karen said, "Catch me if you can." This isn't Fast and Furious, ma'am. It's slow and ridiculous. Imagine being this cop, thinking you're having a normal day, and boom, you're suddenly in a real-life version of Need for Speed, Karen edition. The soundtrack here is probably her just screaming "it's not my fault" over and over. You know it's serious when they break out the stop sticks. Karen probably thought she could outsmart the law with just some plain old zigzagging. Plot twist, physics says no.
I'm passing the dog.
The sweet sound of justice, hissing tires. Karen's getaway plan was as solid as a soggy cardboard box.
Put your hands out the window!
The officer hits her with the classic, "Hands out the window!" Karen's probably thinking, does the window even have Wi-Fi? I need to call customer service about this injustice. But the only service you're getting is roadside assistance from the law.
Put your hands out the window! Hands out the window. Put your hands out the window. Hands out the window. Put your hands up! Quit moving! Put your hands up! Get them out! Now!
Karen thought ignoring the cops was a solid strategy. Spoiler alert, it's not. And now, here comes the universal key to every car window. A bouton. Glass shatters. Karen's world of denial comes crashing down. She's officially cuffed and stuffed. Folks, at this point, Karen's probably thinking, why didn't I just Uber?
Before we go any further, I'm just going to read your rights. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say or do can be used against you in a court of law. You understand your rights?
Somewhat.
Okay. So tell me, how did you come in possession of the car?
I was staying there, and he had disappeared in the middle of the night and left his phone, so I had no way to contact him.
Over at the house over here?
Yes.
So you were going to contact him for...
I already had messaged him and said that I would be right back. He even called and I tried to answer.
What time was that?
Oh, this was probably around 1.
So he was letting you take the car, or...
I mean, I'd mentioned it to him before, and he never said anything otherwise.
Officer, how'd you get the car? Karen, oh, I texted the guy, but he left his phone at home. Lady, that's not permission. That's theft with extra steps.
Because that's what's part of that's why we're in this spot now, because he's saying that you weren't allowed to have access to the car. So they reported it stolen.
From what I understand, I'm allowed to use any vehicle I want.
Well, if he gave you permission, that would be different. But he's saying otherwise. They're saying otherwise.
Karen said she's allowed to use any vehicle she wants. Ah, yeah, the finder's keeper's defense. Bold move, Karen. But unfortunately, the law disagrees.
When we initiated the lights, you took off from us. Was there any process behind that, or do you just...
Because I'm sick of not having what's mine. I'm sick of feeling like garbage.
The officer patiently explains why she's in the mess. And Karen's like, oh, I'm sick of feeling like garbage. Ma'am, stealing a police car and leading a police chase isn't exactly the way to take out the trash.
I mean, there are different options than running from us, like from a traffic stop.
I don't appreciate even being stopped.
She said, I don't appreciate being stopped. But the highway isn't your personal racetrack. The cops weren't stopping you. They were saving you from yourself.
Well, that's so.
Was the keys for the vehicle in the house?
Yes.
Where were they at?
They're hanging right by the door.
Right by the door.
Wait. So the keys were just hanging by the door? Karen, you're stealing cars on easy mode? Next time try using your own set of keys like the rest of us.
All I wanted this whole time was peace.
Karen says all she ever wanted was peace. Well, ma'am, you're about to be spending some very peaceful, quiet time in a cell.
This is your ticket. You'll get charged with the OVI. You're not getting charged. There's the OVI on here. You wait for the test results to get back to see if you're over the limit or under the limit, okay? So that's why that's on there. It just gives you your court date. But you have the speed. When we were on the interstate, it was going 100. It was 70. And then the reckless driving.
Let's break it down. Speeding, reckless driving, obstruction, theft, DUI, driving under suspension. Karen just hit the legal jackpot. And don't forget, folks, she's innocent until proven guilty. But the evidence is looking pretty chatty right now.